My name is Robert. I'm 77 years old, and my son stopped calling me 11 years ago. I know exactly why now, but understanding it doesn't change anything. He's gone, and I did this to myself. His name is Michael. He's 42 now. I haven't heard his voice since 2014. No calls, no visits, no grandchildren I've ever met. Just silence. The kind of silence that fills every room in this house and reminds me every single day what I destroyed. I need to tell you this because I see fathers everywhere making the same mistake I made. And they don't know it yet. They think they're doing the right thing. They think their kids will understand someday. They think there's time to fix it later. There isn't. Let me go back to when Michael was growing up. 1985 to 2003. Those were the years I had him under my roof. Those were the years I could have been his father. I was 41 when he was born, old enough to know better, but I didn't. I worked in insurance sales, not glamorous, not a corner office or a cover story, just middle management, cold calls, and quarterly quotas that never stopped. I made decent money. We had a nice house in the suburbs, 2 cars. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable. And I told myself that was what mattered. Providing, being responsible, making sure my family had everything they needed. But what Michael needed was me, and I was never there. I missed his first day of kindergarten because I had a client meeting. I remember Sarah, my wife, asking me to reschedule. She said Michael kept asking if Daddy was coming. I said I couldn't. This client was important. This deal could lead to bigger commissions. I'd make it up to him later. I never did. When Michael was 8, he played Little League baseball. Every Saturday morning, games at 9 a.m. I went to 2 games that entire season, 2 out of 14. I can still see his face scanning the bleachers, looking for me. And most of the time, I wasn't there. I was at the office. I was chasing leads. I was building a career that never went anywhere. When he was 11, he asked me to teach him how to ride a bike without training wheels. I said yes. I said we'd do it that weekend. Then I said next weekend. Then the weekend after that. You know who taught him? The neighbor. Mr. Patterson from 3 houses down. A stranger taught my son how to ride a bike because I was too busy. In high school, Michael played football. Defensive end. He was good. Really good. His coach told me he had potential for a scholarship if he kept improving. I went to maybe 5 games in 4 years. 5. His mother went to every single one. She cheered, she recorded everything, she was there. I told myself I was working for his future. For his college fund, for the family. I told myself he'd understand when he was older. I told myself that being a good father meant being a good provider, and everything else was extra. I was wrong about everything. The worst part, I wasn't even that successful. I never made partner. I never broke 6 figures. I never achieved anything remarkable. I just worked. I sacrificed my relationship with my son for a career that was completely ordinary, for a job that replaced me 6 months after I retired and never looked back. All those nights I stayed late at the office. All those weekends I chose work over him. All those moments I said, not now, or I'm busy, or maybe later. I can't get a single one of them back. When Michael graduated high school in 2003, I was there. I showed up. I sat in the audience. I watched him walk across that stage. And when we took pictures afterward, he smiled, but his eyes were empty. He looked at me like I was a distant relative, someone who was supposed to be there but didn't really matter. Sarah noticed it before I did. She tried to tell me for years. She'd say things like, Michael needs you, or you're missing his childhood, or when are you going to realize what's important? I'd get defensive. I'd say she didn't understand the pressure I was under. I'd say I was doing my best. I'd say the bills don't pay themselves. She stopped trying to tell me around the time Michael turned 15. She just went quiet, and our marriage became two people living in the same house, raising a child together like co-workers on a project. No intimacy, no connection, just logistics and responsibilities. Michael went to college in 2003, state school 3 hours away. He called home once a week for the first semester, then once every 2 weeks, then once a month, then barely at all. I thought that was normal. I thought that's what kids do when they go to college. They grow up. They become independent. They don't need their parents as much. I didn't realize he'd already been independent for years. He'd learned to live without me long before he left home. He graduated in 2007, got a job in marketing, met a woman named Rachel. I met her once at Thanksgiving that year. She seemed nice, Michael seemed happy. But when I tried to talk to him, really talk to him, the conversation was surface level. Weather, traffic, work, nothing real, nothing deep. We were strangers with the same last name. In 2009, Sarah asked for a divorce. We'd been married 27 years. She said she couldn't do it anymore. She said she'd spent too many years feeling like a single parent. She said she was tired of being invisible. We divorced quietly, sold the house, split everything down the middle. I moved into a one-bedroom apartment across town. Michael didn't say much about it. He called once to check on me, asked if I was okay. I said I was fine. He said okay. That was it. Looking back, I think he'd already started pulling away. I think he was protecting himself from having to care too much. In 2011, Michael got married. Small wedding, maybe 50 people. I was invited. I sat in the third row. I watched him marry Rachel. I watched him dance with his mother. I watched him laugh with his friends. And I realized I barely knew him. This man standing up there promising his life to someone was a stranger to me. I tried to talk to him at the reception. I told him I was proud of him. He said thank you. I asked if we could get lunch sometime, just the two of us. He said maybe. That maybe never happened. The last time I spoke to Michael was January 2014. He called to tell me Rachel was pregnant. They were having a baby, a girl. I was going to be a grandfather. I told him congratulations. I asked when she was due. He said June. I said I couldn't wait to meet her. He said we'd see. I never met her. I called Michael in March 2014. He didn't answer. I left a voicemail asking how Rachel was feeling. He didn't call back. I called again in April. No answer. I texted him in May. Nothing. In June, I saw a photo on Facebook. A baby girl. They named her Lily. She was beautiful. I commented on the photo. He never responded. I kept trying for months. Calls, texts, emails, nothing. He blocked me on social media. He changed his phone number. It was like I stopped existing. For a long time, I told myself I didn't understand why. I told myself he was overreacting. I told myself I wasn't a bad father. I'd provided for him. I'd given him a stable home. I'd paid for his education. I'd shown up when it mattered. But that's the lie I told myself for years. And it took me until now, at 77 years old, to finally understand the truth. I didn't show up when it mattered. I showed up when it was convenient, when it didn't interfere with work, when I could check a box and feel like I'd done my duty as a father. But being a father isn't about boxes. It's not about providing a house and paying bills. It's about being present, being interested, being there when your kid looks up and needs you to see him. Michael didn't need my money. He needed my time. He needed me to care about his life. He needed me to ask him about his day and actually listen to the answer. He needed me to show up to his games, not because I had to, but because I wanted to, because watching him mattered more than anything else I could be doing. I failed him in every way that mattered, and by the time I realized it, it was too late. He'd already built a life without me. He'd already learned that I couldn't be counted on, that I wasn't safe to need, that loving me meant being disappointed over and over again. So he stopped. He stopped calling. He stopped trying. He stopped letting me hurt him. And I can't blame him for that. I can't be angry at him for protecting himself from me. I did this. Sarah tried to warn me. Every time she asked me to come home earlier. Every time she reminded me about a game or a school event. Every time she said Michael needed me. She was giving me chances to fix it, and I ignored every single one because I thought I knew better. I thought work was more important. I thought there would always be more time. There wasn't more time. Childhood doesn't wait. Connection doesn't wait. Love doesn't wait for you to finally get your priorities straight. I sit in this apartment now, and I think about all the things I missed. Michael's first crush, his first heartbreak, the friends he made, the dreams he had, the fears that kept him up at night. I don't know any of it. I was there physically for 18 years of his life, but I wasn't present for any of it. I was somewhere else, always somewhere else. I have one photo of Michael on my refrigerator. It's from his high school graduation. He's 18 in that photo. He's 42 now. I don't know what he looks like anymore. I don't know if he's happy. I don't know if Lily has siblings. I don't know if he ever thinks about me. I think he doesn't. I think he made peace with my absence a long time ago. I think he built a life where I don't exist, and he's better off for it. That's what I have to live with now. The knowledge that my son is out there, living a full life, and I'm not part of it. Not because of some tragedy or some misunderstanding we could clear up, but because I chose work over him 1,000 times, and eventually, he stopped giving me chances. I'm 77 years old. I don't have much time left, and I will die knowing that I failed at the only thing that really mattered. I'll die knowing that I had a son who needed me, and I wasn't there. I'll die alone because I prioritized things that don't matter over the one person who did. If you're reading this and you have kids, please listen to me. Please learn from my mistake. Your children will not wait forever. Their childhoods will not pause while you chase a promotion or close one more deal or work one more weekend. The time you have with them is so much shorter than you think it is. You think you have years. You think you can make it up to them later. You think they'll understand that you're working hard for them. They won't, because what they'll remember is that you weren't there. They'll remember that everything else was more important than they were. Stop telling yourself you're doing it for them. You're not. You're doing it for you, for your ego, for your fear of not being enough, for your belief that your worth is measured by your productivity. Your kids don't need you to be successful. They need you to be present. Put down your phone. Leave work at 5. Go to the game. Go to the recital. Sit at the dinner table and ask them about their day. Listen when they talk. Care about the things they care about, even if it seems silly to you. Show up. Be there. Be interested. Be the parent they can count on, because one day they'll stop calling. One day they'll stop trying. One day you'll realize that all the things you thought mattered didn't matter at all. And by then, it will be too late. I know because I'm living it. Every single day, this silence, this emptiness, this regret that never goes away. Don't become me. Don't waste the time you have. Don't sacrifice your relationship with your children for anything. Nothing is worth it. Nothing. My name is Robert. I'm 77 years old, and my son stopped calling 11 years ago. I finally understand why. I just wish I'd understood it 40 years ago, when I still had time to be the father he needed. But I didn't. And now he's gone, and I'm alone. Learn from me, please, before it's too late.